Right.
Friday.
It's
And you know what's
Friday.
today? Is today the first day of spring?
I
It's
think
the
yesterday
20th.
was.
Anyway, spring's here then.
It is. It's
I was
spring. It's officially spring.
I always get confused if it's like the 19th, 20th, or the 21st.
I always thought it was the 21st, but you guys can tell us if we're wrong.
Yeah,
We'll tell
Linda,
you.
when's the first day of spring?
And tell us how springy it is at your house, because at my house there's still I don't know, about a foot of standing snow in our yard, but it's going down fast now because we've had
Oh,
some really nice warm days. So
that's good. We're hitting the positive soon. Yesterday it was still really cold, -6, but that wind was brutal. And the sun is shining today though, so hopefully it's gonna melt a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Willie. Willie's tuning in.
Hi, Willie.
Hope everything's good with you.
Yes.
I love watching his go lives. He's so positive.
I'm gonna have to tune into those.
Yeah, just add him because he
Yeah.
puts them on Messenger and stuff. I just love them. They're so good. It's so nice to have somebody that's just all the time just so
Fresh and
positive.
fun.
It's awesome. Yeah. So how was your night? Like, what'd you do?
Oh, last night, ended up watching a movie and falling asleep on the couch.
That's okay.
The days are so busy, so as soon as I stop working or running around the house or doing something, as soon as I get to like just relax for 5 minutes, I crash.
Funny. I do that as soon as I read. Like
Oh,
I
reading
don't use
too.
like I don't read books anymore because let's face it, I had so many books that Jeff finally said no more books. So I got like a reader. So you can have 3,000 books on it or whatever. So, anyways, I'm reading and then it hits me in the nose. And then that's when I know to put
Ah,
it aside, kind of thing. So
yes.
I probably read more than I watch TV, which is,
Oh,
I
that's
read
good.
everything.
Good.
Cereal boxes, like,
Oh,
like my fisherman friends, the stuff. I'm addicted to reading.
but were
So.
you always a reader, even as a kid?
Not known in school. You know how it was in school, but
Oh,
like
I didn't read at all.
the books that we had to read in school, we hated them back then. But now that I'm an adult and have reread some of those books, I'm like, whoa, these were so good. But
At the time, you didn't appreciate them, right?
I would say my early 20s, I started reading,
Mm,
and
yes, that's when I started really reading too.
yeah, I'm really into really long novels now. Love
Yeah.
like really long, good books. I'm reading quite a few. I really like history.
Yes.
So I read lots on, I don't know,
Have
just
you read Pillars
all
of the
different.
Earth?
What's that?
Have you read Pillars of the Earth?
Yes.
I love that book and the two that follow behind
Yes.
it. Amazing. And then
Pen
eventually, like,
Follett, right?
books. Sorry?
That book, and I was still actually reading books, like paper books, when I read that book, and I can remember being devastated when I was getting to be the last few pages because it
I
was
know.
such a good book.
I didn't want it to stop.
No, me neither.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a little slow at the start, and I thought, oh, what have I got myself into? And that's another thing too, I will tell you, I never give up on a book. Like I always give it.
me too.
I don't even know why, because some of them are awful, and I'm like, oh, it's
Right?
gonna get better. Oh, it's gonna
You're like,
get better, like
yeah,
that. And yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So, oh, we got a couple shout outs here.
Yes.
Willie says, glad you're all safe. You too, Willie. You stay safe.
Yeah.
Linda says, well, I always thought it was the 21st, but it seems I've been seeing that it's already here. So maybe.
Yeah, because then further down she says it's springtime. Or as for springtime, it's 22 here in sunny, so Mexico.
Whoa.
Very
You
nice.
just got to jab us with that, Linda, don't
Yeah.
you?
Just stick it in
Willie
and
says
turn it.
he adores our energy. Thank you,
Oh,
Willie. We have
thanks.
fun.
We
We have
do.
so much fun. Carmen says, hi, ladies.
Hello.
Willie says, have you seen The Irishman? Is that a movie?
Yeah, isn't that with Robert De Niro?
Oh,
I
that's a
think,
newer one, isn't it? I know. I want to
yeah,
watch that.
that is the right one, right, Willie? I'm talking about the right one, I think. Yeah, that's a long movie, but it was interesting.
Oh,
It
you
was good.
watched it?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
And
yeah.
then Linda said that my mom loved the Fisherman Guys. Is that a
Are you
book?
saying Irishman or Fisherman?
She says fisherman guys.
Fisherman guys.
And now she's laughing. So maybe I don't know. Sorry, Linda. Did I just totally?
I haven't seen that one.
No.
But you know what? I'm all about fishing, so it's possible that I should watch that for sure.
And Willie did say, yes, it is the Irish. That's the movie with Robert De Niro. And
Oh,
he did
perfect. Oh, yeah, and he said,
delivered.
yeah, he truly delivered.
Yeah.
I love movies with Robert De Niro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's, yeah, there's going to be a lot of movie watching, I think, with everything. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I want to get onto our topics of, we got some good topics today. Oh, so yeah, get on our topics today, right?
Yeah.
Of what we're discussing, and hopefully we can get some more good conversation going.
Yeah. So we always kind of, on Friday, not that we've only had one Friday before this, but we want to try and keep everything light.
Yes.
And, I love laughing, and so does Lindsay.
Yeah.
So we actually can't get through a conversation without laughing usually. So
Pretty much.
We can turn it weird on a dime.
So true.
Just what it is.
And I don't know if you noticed, but we can go off topic sometimes too. Just
Yep.
like weird.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, so today
We might as well just start with the word of the day, don't you think?
Yeah, let's just start with the word of the day because it's going to be what we're talking about. So
it is.
The word of today is awkward. Have you been in an awkward situation? Have you, caused an awkward situation? So anyways, we were kind of looking for things that like maybe you've had happen to you and stuff. So I'm going to say the first one, Lindsay, and then you're going to give me an example of what, if you've ever had this happen to you. Maybe you haven't, but okay. Have you ever sent a message, a text, or an email to the wrong person?
I do know that there has been times where I go back and I have to check because my heart is like, oh, I think I just sent that to the wrong person. And then I quickly go back and I look and my heart's pounding and I can't find it and I'm panicking. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, phew, I sent it to the right person.
Okay, but you've also had it come to you in error too, though, right?
Yeah, I had one that I said, what's this about? Oh, no, actually, now I remember. I did send one to my brother-in-law, and it could have been interpreted a really wrong way. And he goes, you didn't mean this for me, did you? It's like, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
and yes, I have received some too.
Because of the age that we're in, the technology age, you have email, you have texting, you have Messenger, you have all these different platforms which you type. Let's not even talk about the autocorrect because that is a whole nother.
That'll be a different topic.
And I put a meme up not long ago and it said, just picture autocorrect as two little Irish guys in your phone that are quite drunk and trying to do their job the best they can. And that totally sums it up. So, okay, that was a tangent. Here we go. So I definitely have sent the wrong message. Because if you have 2 or 3 conversations going, sometimes you don't pay attention to where you're sending it. Yeah, it's definitely been embarrassing. I put a personal message in a group, a big group chat once, and I was like, oh my God, delete. It was, yeah, it was embarrassing. And your heart just up, you're like, I have had, been the recipient of an office-wide email that probably shouldn't have been sent to everybody. So that would even be worse, I think. It wasn't even, I never worked in an office, but it was the upper guy in our construction company sent out an email that everybody that had email in his thing got. So it was a personal one. But anyways, yeah, it can
I've
happen.
seen the ones where somebody sends a company-wide email and then you accidentally hit reply all.
Yes.
And then you have 20 reply alls. Stop hitting reply all.
Hey, we got 15 viewers. Tell us where you're from, everybody. So,
Yes.
let's see. Willie says that movie that we were talking about, it's a speculation of the mob's involvement with Hoffa. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll watch that. I love that stuff. The little cough guys you have, Robin. Carmen says, I live for weird. Soul
good.
sister Carmen. Well, you got it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Tyler is watching.
Hi, Tyler.
Emily is watching. Willie says,
Carmen
yeah.
said no.
Linda says more than once she's had like the wrong message or sent the wrong message or whatever. Carmen says, autocorrect is teaching us to read what we wrote before sending.
Which is funny because I always read it after.
I haven't learned that lesson. So.
I know. We're behind on that.
Willie says, sent one to my stepmom. Heart hit the floor. Don't have to say anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, my cousin Larry is watching. Hi, Larry.
Hi.
A friend Tana is watching. Hi, Tana. Oh, this is fun.
That's good.
And Dorothy's watching. Okay, so that was our first kind of, okay, that was awkward.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm just an awkward person because I run into things all the time. So, okay, here's another one. You're sitting somewhere and you're looking over and somebody's kind of, they caught your eye because they're looking at you and then they wave. So you wave back and they're like, no, not you, that person. Yeah?
You're like, oh.
Happens all the time. Hi! And they're like, no. Inside, talking to the person behind you.
But the look on their face too is kind of that they're thinking it's funny because
they do, definitely. If somebody does that to me, like if I'm waving at somebody I don't know waves back, I'm like, oh, hi!
Yeah.
What can you do? You gotta wave. I mean, I've definitely been like the one that's like, I don't know that person, but they're waving at me, so
yeah,
wave back. Kind of
yeah, because you have that look on your face, like, okay, hi, and then you, that.
I think I know you. Here's a good one for us too. When you're telling a story, right, and you go off on a tangent, because we do that. And then you got to go back and you got to say to yourself and the person you're talking to, where was I going with this? Like, I forgot what I was talking about.
And mine will just stop because I'm in mid-sentence, not even off on a tangent. Yeah. I'm on the right track and I have a point that I'm making and then I forget everything.
I think we all have like just, what was I saying? And then you're like, it must have been a lie because I can't even remember what I was talking about. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Oh, there's so many. Like, give us some examples if you guys have had that.
Yeah. What are your stories? We want to hear those.
Yeah. It's
really or have you ever had a weird phone conversation? Awkward phone conversation?
Yeah.
So I used to work at a car rental agency and I took reservations. And somebody had phoned and I gave them all the information, the car rates and all that, what kind of vehicle they wanted. And they didn't book it. And then they called back and they said, yeah, I'd like to talk to that guy I was just talking to. And I'm like, oh no, you were talking to me. And they're like, no, I was talking to a man. And I was like, no, that was me. And they kept going back and forth. I said, are you the guy that's looking for this vehicle and you got this price quoted to you? And he goes, yeah. That's because you were talking to me. And I said, plus I'm the only one in the office today. He's like, oh, sorry.
Oh, I know. And like for me, I have a really low voice. So that happens often. And I used to work construction and we were having issues with one of the floor layers in the house that we were working on at the time. And he had really screwed up and he was mad because he had to come back in and fix it on his own time and his own dollar kind of thing. And so we were standing there, Jeff and I were standing there, and I can't remember what I said. I said something to him just because I was, just trying to get him to understand that he's the one that screwed up. And he called me a man. Like he said, I don't know what his problem is, but you need to get him out of here, kind of thing. And I'm like, dude, I'm a woman. So, and I was really good friends with his boss, because of course I had to deal with him all the time. So I'm like, you better talk to that guy. Oh, I was ready to karate chop him. I was I was so mad, but yeah, no, with my low voice, I get it on the phone often. I'm like,
oh yeah, I have.
Hi, Mr. So-and-so. And I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yep.
I have another one. You want to hear my other one from work?
Yes.
So Jeff and I, my husband that I'm with now, we worked together for many years before we actually started dating and stuff like that. So after we started dating, we used to have lunch together as a group of people anyways. So we started, like, we'd sit on the same sawhorse after we were going out eating our lunch, or sitting next to each other on the floor and stuff. And one of the guys that we worked with, like, for, I don't know, 6 months or so, he's looking over at us and he's like, you guys seem pretty close. And we're like, yeah. And he's like, are you brother and sister or something? Because you guys look like really alike. And I'm like, no, we're dating. But that wasn't so awkward for me. He was like purple. He was so embarrassed. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was funny. You want to read out a couple of the things there?
Yeah, sure. I can't talk today. It's Friday. It's the end of the week, right? So Carmen.
So
I had that happen to me also. I have a lower voice. Mine was in the Tim Hortons drive-through though, and the person said, "Is that all, sir?"
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, Kate, you want to read one?
Let's just do a few of these here. So we got to Suha's watching. Linda says, "Oh yes." Karen's watching. I got behind here, so Linda says, "Yeah, I've had that one, but I don't know which one you're talking about." So.
Oh yeah, because we kind of covered a lot.
Oh, Willie says he got called back into work. Wonderful, Willie. I'm glad to hear that. So he says, keep up the good work. Carmen says, I had that happen to me. What's that?
That's the one I just read.
Oh, did you just read that?
Yeah.
Did you get Linda's?
No.
All right. See, I'm talking too much. I'm not paying attention. I had someone come to our door years ago and ask for Linda. My sister called me, and when I came to the door, he says, not you. The look on his face was priceless. Oh, man. I don't know. And I'm one of those, I have such a dry sense of humor that when people do something like that, I go with it, man. Like like if somebody texts me something wrong, I text right back to them. Like, I don't know who they are, but I'll play with them for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Play along with them. Hey, you never know who you could meet that way. If you just shut them down right away, you don't know what can happen, right? So
I really give them some really incredible stories too. So just really, really get them going. I had one guy he thought that I was his I don't know, somebody was trying to set him up and he thought that I was that person. And I'm like, no, I have 7 kids and I'm just looking for a baby daddy, really. I didn't know what to think. So anyways, I probably really wrecked the actual date that might have happened. So yeah.
That might have come from it.
It's pretty funny, I know. I don't know, you got any other ones? I mean, I should have written more down, but
have you ever worked with somebody and you think you know them because you see them every day in the office.
Yeah.
But then you go into the real world, the outside world.
Yeah.
At a grocery store or a movie or something, and then you run into them and they're not the same person who you thought they were. Either their attitude is completely different, or they're happy outside of work. Usually you see them and they're really grumpy.
Yeah, I mean,
that happens.
Definitely.
And you kind of shy away from them because you're like, oh, you're usually grumpy. I don't know what to say to you. Or do they look completely different? You didn't even recognize them.
Yeah. I don't
Because a
know.
lot of
I
people,
like for me when I was working still not at home, I kind of almost made it a point to like avoid my coworkers if I saw them when I was on my own time, just because, I kind of had to deal with them all the time at the job site. I mean, there was a few that I was really good friends with that, you know, because they were like me, they were funny, fun to be around. But yeah, it's. Can you imagine though? Like here's a wild one. So one of your coworkers is pretty, not very friendly at work, and that probably a boss, like probably management or something like that, and they're really straight laced and they're by the rules and by the book, and and if you have a paper out of its spot on your desk, they're going to tell you, and people are like about this person because they don't like them. Like say you were like out somewhere and I don't know, like at a pub or something like that, and what if the guy showed up in drag? What would you
mm,
do? Like out of the blue, you had no idea. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying,
no,
like,
I don't. And yeah, I don't. I actually, I don't know what I would do. Because
yeah,
not only that, like if they're keeping it super secret, then they
I,
know that
I
it's
know, and
out.
I feel like I don't know, like I wasn't meant to know that, so I would kind of feel a little awkward about it, I guess. Yeah, yeah, it's
Or
kind
like
of
maybe pretend you don't see them, but then they
probably,
make them see you first so that they have
yeah,
to be
and
the
then
one
they
that,
could decide
and
if,
then they know.
yeah, I've seen too many movies to come up with that one, I think. So,
That is very awkward. Carmen
yeah.
says you girls are on fire today. Well, thank
Oh
you,
yeah,
Carmen.
we're on fire.
You know why? It's because we've had all these situations. And I was even thinking, you know what? There's somewhere I'm like, no, I don't think that happened to me. But I put on my blocker because it happens
Yeah,
so often that I had to get past
yeah.
that awkward.
I can remember a family friend of my ex-in-laws now, but yeah, I can remember them having a friend who showed up one day with his probably 30-year-old younger wife,
Oh,
and we were all like, what? That was a little awkward. She was very nice though,
yeah.
but
Yeah, that would be.
yeah. Linda says, that's exactly what I was going to say, Robin. I had a coworker that I met out like that, and we just said hi and kept going. Hi. Exactly. I like who could stand there and go, hey, that's like if I was a better person, I guess I could, but I feel like I would embarrass them. So that would make me not
Yeah,
say something, right? So
yeah, I
yeah,
know. But you want to say how good they look, because I mean,
they probably
right?
look
They
better
probably
than
look
me.
amazing. Like,
I don't
I
even know if I
know.
have going out clothes anymore.
No.
I had a thing last night I was reading while I was scrolling through Facebook, and because everybody's working at home and stuff like that, and it was a meme and it said, well, it's 7 o'clock at night. I'm gonna go change out of my daytime pajamas and put on my nighttime pajamas. And I'm like, I resemble that.
Oh, yes.
You guys don't
Yeah.
know. I always like the analogy of being online. Okay, like an iceberg. Only 10% of the iceberg is above water. This is us. 90% of what we are is below this line right here, and you can't see it. So we only have to make the 10% that's visible. Okay, you don't know. I could be sitting here with no pants. I have pants on, don't worry. Oh no, did I freeze up? Are we frozen? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Oh, I think I lost Lindsay. We were just too powerful today, you guys. That's how it is. We definitely lost her in a perfect pose. She's like laughing her butt off. It's so funny. Anyways, we're a little bit short, so um I haven't heard from her. Well, I guess I'll set up for next week. We're definitely we're going to be here next week again. So Monday we're going to have some motivation and some. Actually, we got a bunch of things that are going to help you guys with stress that you might be facing, like right now with all that's going on and whatnot. Some ideas on how to, like, fun ways to relieve stress. Some of them will be pretty funny, so we'll have a laugh. Oh, Lindsay's on the chat now. She says she just showed her pajama pants too, and we missed it. That's so funny. No, it's okay, Lindsay. I'll finish up for today. I don't have pajamas on. I actually have pants on today. I'm shocked because we were working outside. I didn't figure the neighbors needed to see that. So, yeah. Anyway, so Monday we'll be talking about some stress relievers for you while everybody's going through this. And yeah, we have our regular lineup. So business tips on Tuesday, we'll be talking about implementation, which is learning something and putting it to use. Wednesday, we're going to talk money again. We already have somebody, Tom Byrne is lined up for the Thursday interview, and he's a podcaster and a fellow business entrepreneur that we know. And Fridays will come up with, if you have some kind of idea for Friday, for Fun Friday, let us know. And yeah, we'll do some laughing with you because there hasn't been any of that today. So anyways, I think that's it. I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend and get out and enjoy some outside weather and stay safe. And yeah, we'll see you next week on Monday, same time, same place. I'll say goodbye for Lindsay. And yeah, so take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.